Now, I'm quite sure that every last one of us has had a childhood, unless your father was Joe Jackson. Now, I know a whole bunch of stuff happened during my childhood years, so, some of you may be able to relate to this, some may not, but, let's get started. You know you had a childhood if the very first sport that you can ever recall you loving was wrestling. Yeah, I can remember Raw is War, back before there was a Raw. SmackDown, back when it was on UPN, or 33, it used to be. And ECW, WCW. Yeah, I remember all that shit. Those were good ass times too. Had action figures and everything. You know you had a childhood if you can recall watching the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Everybody wanted to be the Red Ranger and shit like that. He was the man. The Red Ranger was the shit. Then the Green Ranger and I think the White Ranger came out, and the nigga name was Tommy or something. Like, that's the only dude I knew that got to play like two different Rangers. And then everybody wanted to be them. Yeah, those were good times too. But I always ended up the whack ass Ranger, like the Black Ranger. I think that it was a elephant or something like that. Yeah. You know you had a childhood when if you were playing outside, I don't care what the hell you were doing, but when you heard them bells or that siren letting you know that it was the ice cream man, you dropped everything, ran off into the house, trying to get you some money to get that badass ice cream cone. My favorite ice cream cones from the truck used to be they had the Bugs Bunny ice cream thing with the bubblegum eyeballs. And I think they had the Ninja Turtle one then too. And it was one more, but the rocket thing, the damn ice cream shaped like a rocket. Shit used to be good. It was like cherry flavored or something. You know you had a childhood if you ever played with Hot Wheel cars. Ever. Now, back then, shit, that was a time when, cars were cheap. Forget paying thousands of dollars on cars. Shit, be paying like $1, $1.25 for cars and shit. Those were good times back then. I had like a whole bunch of cars. I was balling. Jim Jones status. Not really, though, but I thought I was balling, though. You know you had a childhood if you've ever walked into a room or something with a relative watching a porno, which back then was really HBO and Cinemax, you just be like so amazed at what's going on before they either kick you out the room or something till you don't watch. Because I guess that was the original porno channel, unless you had VHSs or something. Shit. You know you had a childhood if you can recall playing the original Bop It. The motherfucker was so big it looked like one of them jack things that go around the steering wheel of a car. If you didn't have an alarm, yeah, I remember playing that game too. That was the original right there. Bop it, twist it, pull it, pass it. You know you had a childhood if you were ever afraid of Black Cat firecrackers when you was a kid. That shit used to sound like gunshots to me. I used to be scared of them motherfuckers, like for real. Yeah, if you approached me with some black cats, I could get as far away from your ass as I could because, motherfuckers light them and throw them at your ass or something. And I've seen people hurt from that, so shit. I was always afraid of those, so that's why my best friends became sparklers. Don't judge me though. You know you had a childhood if the closest things you got to boxing gloves was sock'em boppers. Oh, y'all, don't look at me crazy like y'all don't know what those are. Y'all know the theme song. Blow 'em up, put your hands inside, get ready to have the time of your life. You know you had a childhood if you could recall Channel 13 being KERA 13 instead of that PBS bullshit that they got now. Yeah, see, KERA had the best shit. You know, if you were like me, you ain't had cable, so you had to get that was the closest you was gonna get to a cartoon channel right there. You know, that's where we had our Wishbones, our Magic School Buses, our Bill Nye the Science Guy. Arthur was back there too, I think. But now PBS got all this dumb shit, the Cyber Chase and Caillou, the bald head kid with no eyebrows. You know, like what the fuck, man? You need to bring that shit back. You know you had a childhood if climbing on the monkey bars became very tiresome and bored, so you decided to spice it up some. So you started hanging upside down by your legs on the monkey bars. Now, not all kids were able to do that because they were some scary asses. But I know I wouldn't know. So, yeah. I appreciate you taking time out to check out this video. Hopefully, you know, that brought back some memories of your childhood. You know, if it doesn't, hey, I'm sorry. But, you know, if you can't relate to this, where have you been living, under a rock or something? But please leave me a comment below, leave me a like or something, you know, let me know what you thought of this video. Everybody be blessed. Peace.